G'day Triads. Last time we had a look at the original 5-note pentatonic scale, also known as the black note scale. This time we're going to unpack what's commonly known as the major pentatonic scale. Let's have a look at it. Last time we discovered that the original pentatonic scale uses just the black notes on the piano. If we convert them down to a white note scale and put it in the key of C major, we end up with C, D, F, G and A. Now let's have a look at the major pentatonic scale and see how that's different to the original. The major pentatonic scale uses the note E instead of F. How does that change the formula? We'll still have C to D is 2. D to E will now be a 2, a whole tone as well. E to G, a tone and a half. G to A, still be a 2, and then A back to C will still be a 3. Let's go through the chords. The triads will have a C, a D minor, E minor, G and A minor. The TetraChords will be C major 7th, a D minor 7th, E minor 7th, still got the G 7th and the A minor 7th. When we look at the cycle of keys, we've now got an E and the F is not being used. So you can see how it's shifted on the cycle of keys. So hopefully that little improv inspires you to create your own ideas when developing the improvised line. A natural or root pentatonic scale only uses the white notes on the piano. The first pentatonic scale we're exploring today that does not contain a dominant 7th is associated with template number 100 that you can insert into your cycle of movable keys, available exclusive from our website at miAim.com.au. It goes like this: C, D, E, F and A. When we look at the formula, C to D is the whole tone, D to E is the whole tone, E to F is a semitone, F to A is 4 semitones, and then back to C is a minor third, 3 semitones. The triads this time will be C, D minor, E minor, F and A minor. The TetraChords or 4-note chords will be C major 7th, D minor 7th, E minor 7th, F major 7th and A minor 7th. If you're enjoying the videos and the information we're presenting at miAim, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when we upload new videos each week. When we look at the cycle of keys, we can see things have shifted. C, F, E, A and D is the natural order that they appear on the cycle of keys. And that's the order I'm going to play through the triads and the TetraChords in a short improvisation. So there I ran through the triads and then the TetraChords in the order that they appear on the cycle of movable keys. This pentatonic or 5-note scale goes like this. C, E, F, G, A. When we look at the formula of the scale, the distance between each note, we know that C to E is a major third, E to F is a semitone, F to G is a whole tone, G to A is a whole tone, and then A back to C is a minor third. When we look at the chords using just the white notes of the piano, the triads are C major, E minor, F major, G major and A minor. Look at the 4-note, the TetraChords. We've got a C major 7, E minor 7, an F major 7, a dominant G7 and an A minor 7. When we go down to the cycle of keys, we can see how it's all shifted. So it's C, F, E, A and G is the natural order that they appear on the cycle of keys. That's the order that I'm going to do a live improv on using the triads and then the TetraChords. Let's go. I ran through the triads and then the TetraChords in the order that they appear on the cycle of movable keys. Today we're exploring yet another natural pentatonic scale. This time it's one of 5 different natural pentatonic scales that contains a dominant flat 3, flat 5 chord. What's that? Let's find out. Today's pentatonic scale goes like this. C, D, F, G, B. The formula for the scale, C to D is a whole tone, D to F is a tone and a half, F to G is a whole tone, G to B is a major third, and B back to C is a semitone. get the triads using just the white notes of the piano. The first triad is a C major, a D minor, F major, G major, and a B diminished. The TetraChords are going to be a C major 7th, D minor 7th, F major 7th, a dominant G 7th, and a B dominant 7 flat 3 flat 5, or a half diminished 7th. So why do we call it a B7 flat 3 flat 5? Because that more perfectly describes the notes of the chord. The first, the flat 3rd, the flat 5th, and the flattened 7th. When we look at the scale keys for the notes that are affected on this scale, the natural order of their rotation is C, F, B, D, and G. Now I'm going to play an improvisation using the triads and then the TetraChords. Let's go. To get more from the definitive channel on music improvisation, subscribe to miAim, the improvised line. Thanks for watching, commenting and sharing, and we'll see you in the next video.